Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. So today we are going to be talking about spiritual teachings debunked, or like popular spiritual teachings debunked. I've chosen 5 different ones that I think are really like prominent within the spiritual community online. And I want to invite you to share ones that I didn't choose, and we can do a part 2 of this video because I actually think this is really important. And this is not debunking popular spiritual teachings, is not about making anybody feel bad. Quite the opposite. It should be more like a feeling of setting yourself free. Because when we kind of look at some of the pressure that we're putting on ourselves, or some of the more like hidden, maybe darkness or duality within some of these different beliefs, and you can set yourself free from that, then that's like actually a really beautiful thing to do for yourself. So let's talk about these popular spiritual beliefs and how they might actually be affecting you negatively if you really believe what's being said out there. And then you feel for yourself. Did you literally just see that giant orb? Oh my God. That was that was such a big one. That was so amazing. I love when that happens in these videos. Oh my God. Thank you, little orb. You can come back anytime. So anyway, and I love when it always comes through like these are such high vibe videos. And that's what I was going to say. See for yourself how it makes you feel. Always use your own discernment. Check in with you. Does this feel better? Does this feel true? You are the ultimate source of your own like wisdom, knowledge. Let your heart be that compass and navigate you. I'm just seeing like a lot of strange light changes, and I want to show you why. I have this really beautiful new candle, and it has, oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it without, no, you can't. It has, you'll just have to trust me. It has 3 wicks that are very loud because they're wooden, and it has this big bar of selenite, some amethyst, and a nice big clear quartz in the center. So it's a crystal candle, basically, with super high vibes. It is kind of making the color weird though, so I'm just going to put it a little further away from me, and hopefully it's not affecting the sound on the computer. Okay, so popular spiritual teachings debunked. Let's jump in. Just before we do, just a quick reminder to like this video, comment, share, and make sure you're subscribed here for new videos every Sunday. Follow me on Instagram for lots of different content that isn't here, and I'll make sure the link is in the description of this video. And then finally, don't forget about the Black Friday deal. It's going until the end of November, and there's quite a few people that have taken advantage so far, which is super exciting. When you join the membership, the Starseed Academy membership, before the end of November, you are going to get a mini free reading with me as a bonus, where we're going to be looking at your starseed origins. So a little free mini reading with me, personalized to you, like, you know, together on Zoom, where we are going to be looking at your starseed origins quickly, which is your Akashic records, and probably confirm some things for you that you've already been feeling, but maybe find some new stuff too, which is always really exciting as well. Okay. So, and then just lastly, the last thing is, don't forget to also subscribe to the newsletter. Basically, it's a free weekly energy report. I send it right to your inbox. Take advantage of all of these free things, because I actually put a lot of work and effort into these incredible energy reports every single week. They are honestly so good that I get messages from people like just blown away by either the accuracy, or that's exactly what they're experiencing right now, or it really opened their eyes to thinking about something in a new way. And I actually had somebody, you know, even email me and say, actually they messaged me on Instagram and said, like, did you write that? That is like the best description I've ever heard of 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D. Like, and I'm like, of course I wrote that, but thank you. Thank you so much. So that is also in the links below, totally free. And I love, just like I really love adding value to your lives in all of the ways that I can reach you. So here on YouTube, on Instagram, and this energy report, all of that is free. Of course, if you want to work with me deeper, join the membership, get that great Black Friday bonus, sign up for a one-on-one session, join a course, or join my mentorship, Starseed CEO for entrepreneurs. All right, so we're going to jump in now. So the very first one that I want to cover is manifestation. So maybe you knew I was going to cover this. Because let's be real, it's so silly the way that people view manifestation. It's real. It's absolute friggin' magic and it's real. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm saying that you need more than just vision boards and affirmations. And there's so much focus on the surface, kind of superficial ways of manifesting, and it's not going to get you there. And then that is why people get super frustrated. And if they do manifest something, it's kind of like a fluke, and then they can't maintain that going forward. So again, the vision boards, not necessary really, but just like think of that as like an add-on if you're already doing the proper manifestation. Or the affirmations. I do really like affirmations, but I know that again, these are very surface level, and you actually have to start a lot deeper, or at least go a lot deeper in this process of manifesting. And another thing that people think is, oh, if you just really believe it, it'll come true. And if it's not coming true, you don't believe it. Like you don't believe in yourself, or you don't trust the universe, or you don't believe in it enough. And then you're like, oh man, I suck, right? And it's not even true. That's not true at all. There is subconscious programming and belief structures that are stopping you from manifesting the life of your dreams, and it is not your fault. So these are created at a very young age. Your belief structures, a lot of them are actually held in your root chakra. That's like this, like people don't realize, but the root chakra is such a big deal. People leave it out. They never even work on it. They want to do all the high vibe chakras that are up at the top. Your root chakra is where it's at. You should start there, because that's literally like the foundation of your life. So it's the foundation of what you believe you can achieve, what you believe you deserve, what you believe about the world. If it's a giving world and it supports you, or it's a terrible world, what you believe about money, what you believe about your relationships, what you believe about your relationship with yourself, basically. And like the root chakra is also all about stability and like the basics, like having enough money to take care of your bills, feed yourself, having a roof over your head, having clothes on your back, all of that. Okay. So again, your subconscious programming and your belief structures are pretty much capping you at a certain level of manifestation. I've heard somebody refer to it as a bandwidth before, like you have a bandwidth for happiness or a bandwidth for finances, and you can't go beyond that without doing some pretty deep mindset and shadow work of going deeply into your inner child and your root chakra. So once you're, into that shadow work, into the inner child healing, and just this is just total side note, the inner child is also healing. Your inner child is also the doorway to your Akashic records and healing past lives. That is the doorway. So once you heal your childhood and do like, a really thorough job, you've come back around to it at least a few times, then you're able to like move into, and it will naturally happen where past lives will start coming up for you to heal them. I did so much work and healing on my childhood before really any past lives would come through strongly for me. And then of course they did, like really powerfully. So again, inner child healing, subconscious programming, belief structures all have to be healed and rewritten in order for you to really truly manifest the life of your dreams. And then once you're at a place where you've cleared a lot, it's still not about the vision boards and the affirmations. It's about becoming the frequency of that which you wish to attract to you. So if I want to attract abundance, then I need to vibrate at the frequency of abundance, because like attracts like. So I need to actually vibrate at the frequency, and everything has a measurement of a frequency. Every thought, feeling, everything. So if I want freedom, if I want love, if I want romance, whatever I'm trying to call into my life, I need to vibrate at that frequency. So that means I need to fully saturate myself. My state of being needs to be like a beacon of that frequency. And there are so many ways that you can do that. And I have lots of manifestation videos here on this channel. But that's, the basics. You have to become it and hold the frequency long enough to call it into your life. So I've worked very, very hard on becoming the frequency of abundance and becoming the frequency of expansion. I love expansion. Becoming the frequency of stability, success, freedom. Freedom was a big one for me. And I do use affirmations to help me to hold the frequency, but Nothing will replace doing that deep inner child work first. But then I would say things to myself like, I am freedom, I am so free, or I am abundance. But then it's all about that, just that the words are just to help invoke the feeling. We have to get the feeling going like, oh, I am abundance, I am abundance, I am abundance. And then you feel it and you build on it, build on it, build on it. And you at least hit that state once a day to call it in. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, so the next spiritual teaching that I want to debunk is the whole high vibes, love and light only crew. So if you only believe in high vibes, love and light only here, like please, high vibes only, you've seen those like memes or like hashtags or posts or whatever. It's like love and light only, high vibes only. Cool, except this actually leaves you weakened because you are half a person. Because you are literally, when you are at your healthiest, you're vibrating at the frequency of oneness, and oneness is the perfect balance, harmony of your lights to your shadow. You are both, so you're 50% this shadow aspect, and so you're literally just half a person over here. So you're actually weakened. Your understandings about deeper issues, your understandings about higher dimensional things, lower dimensional things, reality, timelines, all of that is not going to be the depth that you need, because you're just ignoring half the world and half of yourself. Half of God's source, half of you, half of the existence, half of life itself is this shadow, like darker kind of aspects. And then we are also love and light, of course. But we are all things because God is all things. And what true enlightenment is, what true peace is perfect harmony of the two. They support each other and they work together so well. So it's not, that doesn't make any sense to be like love and light only. It should be like balance and peace only. How about that? Work towards that at least. Okay. And then also those people in the high vibes, love and light only crew really like to turn a blind eye to anything that isn't that, right? And we've seen that. And I will just say, and this, let me know if this resonates, this sentence or this statement. I doubt that you came as this eternal wise soul all the way to Earth to help humanity, apparently, to then go ahead and ignore what humanity is going through. Like, I really doubt that that makes any sense at all. You clearly did not come all the way to Earth to be of assistance to Earth and humanity to just get here and then go, oh, I'm not looking at what they're going through. I'm not going to comment on it. I don't want to create more of it, so I won't put any of my focus on it. And it's like that truly does not work. That's not how you heal, create balance, and help people. How can you help someone by ignoring them? You can't, right? Think about that. So if somebody was really hurting and you're here to help humanity, and you refuse to look at them, talk about what they're going through, or look at their shadows, it just doesn't make any sense at all. So turning a blind eye on people is selfish, and you're actually just hurting yourself too. Oh my God, I just noticed that I have a little baby Gus right there. How sweet is this little face? Anyway, so, and then the last part on this love and light crew. So the truth is that half of your power and your fuel, half of your everything, half of your essence is in your shadows, because we are half of that. So half of your power and your fuel and your essence and your passion and what you use to create within that, that intensity, you're also ignoring half of that. So you're really ignoring like your power and your fuel, your creativity. Like, oh my gosh, we use our emotional stuff for everything. I use everything. So if I'm triggered, I use it. I use it to heal. I like follow the trigger within and see, where did that come from? If I get angry or upset or feel like the world is an unfair place, I use that as fuel for content, to passionately create courses, content to inspire people, to inspire change. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Okay, so I think that's obvious, but let me know what you think. We're going to move on. The next spiritual teaching debunked is starseeds. I have to cover starseeds. Look at I'm Starseed Academy. I literally have to go there. And I want to, because I've done a video on this, obviously, because I care so much about you guys and all the starseeds out there. But let's just very quickly touch on this. So the popular belief about starseeds is that your starseed origins is like one thing. So you will see people saying like, oh my God, I hate when people say dear ones. I don't know why. I just really don't like it. It just does not resonate. Whenever I see somebody be like, dear ones, like I immediately cringe and I'm just like, be yourself. Like really just come back down to earth for a second. But anyway, I digress. So I've seen a lot of people, the dear ones crowd, that say like, dear ones, I am a Pleiadian commander of this or that. And it's like, you're human, actually. You're Cindy. I can see your name, Cindy or Karen or whatever name you want to use. I can literally see like your name on here on Facebook or wherever they're saying this. I was like, no, you're human. Like, cool, chill. So there's a couple of things here that I want to unpack. So first of all, your starseed origins are not just one thing. So please don't just attach to I'm Pleiadian or I'm Andromedan or I'm this or I'm that. You have had so many past lives in your Akashic records, and every single person that I've done a reading for ever across space and time, all of them, 100% of the people have more than one starseed origin. 100%. Okay. You have so many. Because, well, we're going to talk about this in a second, but the soul journey is that you kind of make your way down through, see that orb again, oh my God, it's just so fun. Anyway, you make your way down through the dimensions, and each one is an incarnation. So if you're making your way down from the higher dimensions down, you're going to hit lots of different Venusian, Andromedan, Mantis, Lemurian, ancient Egypt, Earth, and here you are now, right? So the truth of who you are is that who are you really then? If you can't pin down your starseed origins to one thing, then who are you really? Your source, your God source, your Father, Mother, God. You're a piece of that magic. You're a piece of that perfect balance of life and potential that God source is. Unconditional love and oneness and acceptance and all of that beautiful energy. You are a piece of that, and you are eternal, and you are learning through the characters that you play, which are the lifetimes or the incarnations, what it means to be, everything. Like, think about all the experiences that we have, what it means to be in a romantic relationship here on earth, what it means to have senses, like to taste and to touch and to hear. Earth has so much to offer, all of the emotions on earth, but you're learning about duality, polarity, war, family, love, loyalty, integrity, and all of the opposites of the things that we go through and the traumas, like being the victim, being the perpetrator, getting hurt, all of the things. It is your soul's depth that is wisdom, because knowledge plus experience is the wisdom that a soul craves. So we have to have the experience too. The truth of who you are is that you are not one starseed origin. You are many, but you're actually deeper than that. You're actually just God's source, having incarnations to experience yourself in different kinds of characters. Right now, I'm playing a character of Jenny on Earth as a human woman. It's a character that I'm playing. Is it really who I am? No. I am, magic and a light, an orb of beautiful light with layers, depths and layers. But I also don't want to deny the lifetime that I'm in either. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. So a lot of starseeds get caught up on their identity. They get really attached to being, let's just use Pleiadian again. They get super attached to being Pleiadian to the point where their ego gets involved, and they're like, I am this amazing, Pleiadian healer or teacher or commander or whatever. And maybe they were in a past life or a parallel life, but right now they're human. And by really attaching to this one starseed, you're ignoring all of the other parts of your soul and lifetimes that you've had as all the other kinds of starseeds. By just only acknowledging Pleiadian, you leave out your entire culture of your soul, or 90% of it. And you also get into this egoic place. Okay, so what's best is to just focus on the life that you're in. Okay, yes, I do Akashic readings. Yes, it is important to know your starseed origins, because that's where you find soul gifts. Okay, soul gifts in your past lives, you call them into this life to use them now in service. That's how you do deep healing, is through Akashic records as well. That's how you connect with your spirit guides and spirit team, again, through discovering your other lifetimes. there's so much good to come from discovering starseed origins and Akashic records, but people go too far and they just cling to it. They identify with it and it becomes this egoic thing. Okay, so hopefully you can see the difference there. Whereas somebody like me who's had so many different kinds of starseed lifetimes, I really resonate with some of them. However, I would never deny the human experience that I'm in, because it's like human brilliance, really. We have so much here to learn and to offer. And I just want you to know that here in the third dimension, it is an advanced level. So that means you are like an advanced soul if you're down here. Okay, so you've made your way through the higher dimensions and you've come down to earth to something a lot denser and a lot more difficult of a lesson, like lessons and energy. And oh my God, there's just so much here to learn. It's very difficult, it's very advanced, but it's very rich and rewarding. So because you're down here, I just want you to know that that makes you the master. That makes you the master. So, looking to your other self, Pleiadian self, as being better than you now is not true, because you're putting these starseed beings, these galactic beings on a pedestal, but you're the master. They're not in 3D. You are in 3D. Your past selves aren't in 3D. You are in 3D. You are the one here. Yes, they have so much to give, to offer us for perspective and guidance and healing, lots, but nobody is a replacement for your own wisdom and guidance of the soul that you are. Okay, so it's like, don't deny your own brilliance and don't deny how powerful it is to be human. It is not less than this other galactic being. It is amazing. It is amazing. Okay, so hopefully that covers some of the starseed things that needed to be debunked. And again, just let me know, is there others like that I didn't think of? I'm sure there are. Let me know. I'll cover them too if you want me to. The fourth one, we're on the fourth one now. I only have 5, so we're almost there. The fourth one is ascension. Now, I did a whole video about this, so if you've already seen it, then you know what I'm going to say, and I really encourage you to watch this. It's called A Soul's Journey Through the Universe. Please watch that video. In fact, I will link it at the end of this video. That's how important it is that you understand this. It is like key information for the soul that you need. Okay. So the soul journey, so the ascension myth is that everyone is on an ascension path going upwards. Ascension means to rise. It means to go up. And that's actually not true. The truth is that a soul's journey is a circle. It's a circle. You start up here at the top with God's source, and then you slowly make your way down through descension to where you are now here on earth, or maybe lots of us have gone even a little bit lower. As we're descending, we're learning to embody our shadows. We're learning about what we talked about when we were talking about the whole love and light crew. We're learning about the opposite of that, the other half of us, right? Because if all we ever did was have lifetimes way up here in the angelic realms, we would not learn about the other half of what we are. The soul's journey is a circle, and circles are very symbolic for being oneness and wholeness and completeness and enlightenment. It takes a full cycle for you to have like that enlightenment, and then many of us do multiple cycles. So that means you're doing a descension and then an ascension, and that's a complete cycle. Okay, so it mirrors the cycle of many planets. I'm not sure if all, I don't know for sure, but I know many, including Earth, is on a cycle herself. So you can actually research this. So Earth is on what's called a precession cycle. It's roughly 24,000 years. It's 12,000 years of descension. Looks familiar, right? Then she's in the dark ages. Then it's 12,000 years of ascension. And then we're into a golden era. You can actually measure through human history or through Earth history, the different dark ages and how it's separated by this exact amount of years, this 24,000 years. So we have had a dark ages. We are on the ascension path. Gaia is on the ascension path. And humanity is on the ascension path. So if you're here on Earth at this time, I would say that there's a very good chance that you are on the ascension path, which means you've gone down, maybe probably a little lower than 3D. Many of us, maybe not everyone, but a lot of us go even deeper, and then we pop back up, and now we're on the way up with Gaia, with humanity. Everyone's ascending. Okay, so yes, ascension is true in a sense, but when you zoom out, the whole picture is not we're always trying to ascend and that's always the goal. It's not. The soul is all, the goal is wholeness, which is a circle, a cycle. Okay, and then the last one, the last popular spiritual teaching debunked, is 5D. Oh, I had to go there. So 5D is not a place, you guys. It is not a place. And I hear and see these really like respected big channels and big pages talking about how, you know, the people, when 5D Earth happens, or I don't know how, what wording they use, or when you hit 5D, or when you make it, then you're going to leave behind your friends and family. And I can't tell you how many people have messaged me super worried about that and upset. And it's just not even true. It's not true. 5D is not a place, and it's never been a place. It's not a place. It's a measure of frequency within yourself. It's a state of being. It's basically like how you can measure where you're at with your healing in a way. So 5D is somebody that has worked on their shadows, their inner child, their healing. They're really working through that subconscious programming that we talked about, that the belief structures, the root chakra, the inner child, the pain, the trauma, probably past life healing too. Healing the things that they've been carrying within that are less than love. So somebody that's trying for 5D is also on the ascension path. They're trying to leave behind the shame, the guilt, the hurt, the separation, the battling, the ego, the war. The victim mentality is a huge one. And to raise your own personal frequency into like a 5D state. What does that mean? Well, like everything can be measured, and love is, I think, around 500 hertz on the scale of frequency. So pretty much 500 and above would be 5D, right? That makes perfect sense. Maybe when you get to 600, you're in 60. I don't know for sure. Feels right. So everybody right now is trying to get into that 500 hertz or higher, which is love, which is like, it's not all that you are, because like we said, we're both things in harmony, but it's your dominant state. It's your dominant thinking patterns. It's your dominant lifestyle. It's your dominant frequency, is to be a loving person, compassionate, forgiving, caring, towards yourself and others. Definitely towards yourself though. Don't leave that out. So 5D is not a place. When you reach 5D, you're not going anywhere. You don't go somewhere. You'll be right here with me on Earth. And there's a reason for that. Because we're here to help humanity ascend, we can't leave them behind. How does that make any sense at all? It doesn't. What happens is, and you can see this right now, we have people here on Earth that are, cat hair, that are living in fifth dimensional timelines right alongside people that are living in fourth dimension and third dimension frequency timelines, right? It's very different, and we are living right alongside each other on the same planet, and it's amazing. It's quite the experiment. But the more of us that shift into this fifth dimensional loving frequency, we kind of like pull up the collective consciousness vibe, and as we kind of get to the majority, then everybody kind of like comes onto that ship of love. Not ship as in spaceship, we're going somewhere. That was just an analogy for everybody getting on board of the same frequency. Again, I swear I heard, like, I don't want to call anybody out by name, but I literally had to unfollow somebody because I was like so like turned off by them saying like there's going to be a spaceship and all of those that made it to 5D were going to be allowed to board. This is real. That sounds like a cult to me. That Scientologist cult is what it sounds like. But this was like a very respected, really big page on Instagram. Like he has lots of followers. And he's saying like people are going to get on a ship and then go and he literally went so far as to say like, those that don't make it, I feel bad for you. I feel sorry for you. And I'm literally like, are you kidding me right now with this guy? That is like the worst, most like irresponsible thing to cause fear in others. And that is not 5D. I tell you right now, he's not 5D. Spoiler alert. Guaranteed. That's not oneness. That is not like unity consciousness, like Christ consciousness, like what happened there? A piece of the puzzle got missed there. So again, that's one of the biggest ones that I really think is so annoying, because that really scares people. That's why it bothers me, is because it hurts people, and I don't like that. So again, 5D is not a place. It's a measure within of your frequency and the healing that you've done. It's your state of being. And when you get in there, now the manifestation that we talked about before, guess what? You're manifesting 5D life. And that's a 5D timeline. And I totally know that many of us are there, and it feels amazing. And by still existing alongside those in the 4D and the 3D, we help them through our frequency, through our example, through our teachings, through living alongside them here on Earth. Okay, so you're not going anywhere, guys. You're not leaving anyone behind. Don't worry. So what didn't I cover that you would like me to cover? We did manifestation, high vibes, love and light only crew, starseeds, ascension, and 5D. What other popular spiritual teaching would you like me to debunk? And if I feel like I can actually do it justice, I will absolutely do that for you. So let me know in the comments below what you think, and I will think about doing a part 2. Other than that, thank you so much for being here. Please check out the video, A Soul's Journey Through the Universe, and I will link that up at the end of this video if you haven't watched it yet. It's really important to understand your own journey. I also have a video on Starseed origins if you wanted to go further on debunking that. I also have a video on 5D. If you need a full video on, I just realized I think I have a full video on every single one of these. And I know I have one on manifestation too. It's just called Beyond Manifestation. So if you want to go deeper into any one of those 5, I've got a full video on them all. So yay, good for me. And thank you so much for being here at the end. If you're still here, thank you. And I'm just going to leave it there. Was there anything I wanted to say before we wrap this up and go? I don't think so. Check me out on Instagram. I'd love to chat with you over there if you're looking to go deeper and have somebody really, really mentor you. It's my deepest program that I offer. I do a one-on-one private mentorship right now. I only have 2 spots left, but I'm really waiting for the right people for that to fill that spot. So if you're looking to start a spiritual business, if you're looking to improve and expand on the spiritual business, maybe you've already started, then please come over to Instagram, read my posts about Starseed CEO, which is the mentorship, what it's called, and message me that you're interested, and we can talk about it and see if it's right for you and the right fit. And if so, then I can get an application for you. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say. Please remember, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within. Because you are so much more than the body you are in. I love you, beautiful starseeds. Talk to you soon. Bye.